Hey guys, welcome back to the Chaotic Kitz channel, where I, Michelle, document my life here on YouTube as I try to become a full-time author, while also traversing the world's multiple personalities. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around, but today we are going to be doing a tag video, where you guys will hopefully get to know a little bit more about me. This is the Writers Not Writing tag, so I say let's just jump into it, shall we? Hey guys, so there are 10 questions to this Writers Not Writing tag. This is basically questions that pertain to me when I'm not writing, even though I do spend a majority of my time writing. But I say let's just jump into these questions. So question number 1, do you have a day job? I do not have a day job or a part-time job or anything like that. I am not sure if I would like one. Okay, right now, in the fact that I am not making money off my books, I'm not making money off my writing, I'm currently, living off my brother's money. I would love to have a day job. Just because then I feel like I'm not solely needing to survive off my brother's money and off my brother's income to survive. He did say something. I saw him one day, and he was like, I don't have money to pay for something or for food or something like that. But I'm pretty sure it's just because he sticks to a strict budget, and if he goes over that budget, I don't want to say goes without eating, but he's a stricter budget than I do. But I would love to have a day job, or at least, maybe in my future years, have not necessarily have a paying job. That's whenever my money, the books are making money and stuff. But I would love to do a lot of volunteering. And basically get to just write my books, help others write their books, also get to, tell other people's stories. I've really been having a fascination with, possibly getting to write other people's stories, doing interviews with other people, a local author, local people around here, and help them tell their stories, say they want to tell a story about their physical journey through whatever they've got going on. They want to sell those books, I'll help them with that. If they want to do things I don't know, I would just like to help them because honestly, everyone has a story to tell. I just watched a video done by Father Mike on the Ascension Presents YouTube channel. And it was very interesting because he was talking about autobiographies and how everyone is an author. They just don't necessarily write the book because they're living the story. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. But yeah, I don't have a day job. I would love to have one. I would love to go to college to possibly get a teaching degree and also an English degree. That's just something that's not in the wheelhouse currently just because of financial reasons. But it's something I would love to do. Question number 2, are you a reader? I am a reader. If you see those stacks of books right there, those are the books I'm currently trying to get through. There's 3 primary books that I'm trying to get through, and then there's also a Brandon Sanderson book that I'm not actively reading just because I'm slightly intimidated by it. But also right now it's Lent, and I'm trying to read more spiritual books. I also have this shelf up here. I sometimes get a glimpse of it, but not always. Those have books on it, and then over here, this little section has books too. I would love to keep growing my collection of books. It's just, again, due to money. And also, I go through spurts of wanting to read and not wanting to read. Honestly, this month, I didn't do a lot of reading in the beginning parts of the month. Strictly because I was focused on editing so much, and I was like, I just can't edit and read a book, and it was just too much for me. But I am a reader. I like kind of anything. But I typically stick to, right now, spiritual books, a mental health book, and then some kind of fiction read. But also, the fiction read right now is kind of more based on books for, children, or, middle grade stories, just because I am a system here on this channel. I have littles who I don't let out. I don't say like that's wording, but I don't allow them to have much airtime in the world or time outside of the body, just because I'm very strict and like. Well, it's also because we write so much that it's not like we're not writing books like they don't have books that they want to tell, and I don't know, it's just complicated. But the books that we read, like the middle grade books, we do want, like, we read those for the littles when they're like, okay, we've had enough time of like being cooped up, let's read this book kind of thing. But yeah, so we are a reader. We'll read in different genres. Yeah, kind of like how we do writing and stuff. What are your other hobbies? My other hobbies. That means I have to have hobbies, first of all. Um, oh gosh, what are my other hobbies? I don't really do much outside of writing. Like, okay, I spend time with family. Okay, so I kind of have a schedule for how I like to do things. In the morning is writing, and then in the afternoon, like from 11 to 2 o'clock, I spend time outside with my family. Not necessarily outside like outside in the sun, but I go see my grandma and I go see my dad. The reason I do this on those days is just because I'm scared that they're gonna pass away, which I also need to do because I need to get out of the house. Um, but I don't live with anyone in this house. I live by myself, so I'm like, I need to get social interaction. They're the closest people around that I feel comfortable talking with. Um, but then again, I'm like, maybe, but if I do have my like time that I do writing books for other people, that time might be taken up by talking with other people, but I would split it between like this day I do this day I do that, kind of back and forth kind of thing. But yeah, that's something I do, but also like I do try to color again for my littles. I try to. I want to get back into embroidery, just because it is something that my grandma used to do. My grandma, my dad on my dad's side, she embroidered enough towels for like tea towels for all 40 of her grandkids to have a full set, so 7 days. Then also she had enough to donate, I think donate a set of towels to the church for the church picnic, I think once every year, or maybe two every year, I don't remember. She also had enough for many of the great grandkids to get a book. I mean, to get a physical tea towel. And there's like, I don't remember how many there were before her death. I would say probably at least 40. I think we're up to 60 now on that. But yeah, that was always super fun. I just want to get connected with her. She used to do it sitting in front of a TV. I don't have a TV. Well, I do have a TV. I just don't watch it. So maybe I need to just, I don't know. I don't know. But those are things that I like to do. I also like to go out for walks. Those are really nice hobbies for me. I am going to take a little break because this clip is getting to be 8 minutes long. Then I'll do the next 3 to 4 questions, and yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, back to the questions. Question number 4, tea or coffee? I drink tea. I don't necessarily drink hot tea. I just drink cold tea or just room temperature tea that I make in my cup. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this, but this is my cup. I always fill it up with water. I make a little tea concoction, so it's basically either peach tea, raspberry tea, or sweet tea in here. And I just add that to a bunch of different flavorings that I've got. And yeah, that's kind of what I make. There's not necessarily always tea in it, but sometimes there's lemonade in it and stuff. But the base is typically always tea. Question number 5. What are you passionate about? I would say, besides my books, I'm very much passionate about my faith. I don't know if it's necessarily the, like, era of me right now that I'm in, but I'm really getting back into my faith. I was born and raised Catholic. I'm falling back in love with my Catholic faith. Hence why one of my pen names is literally writing Christian books, talking about saint books and stuff like that. But I'm really getting back into my faith. I would also probably say, like, I don't know what else I'd be. I don't know what else I'd be. I'm just passionate about my faith really right now. Question number 6. Do you have any pets? No, I do not. Would I like pets in the future? Maybe. I'm not sure what kind of pets I would like. Maybe it would be like a cat or a dog. I wouldn't say probably a dog just because, but I wouldn't say a dog because that would mean I have to go outside and take care of it. Like, pick up its poop and then also go for walks with it. But then again, I'm like, it would get me out of the house more, so maybe that would be nice. But I've also really had a fascination with ferrets as of late. I don't know why, I just liked ferrets. But I'm also like, I know growing up I wanted to have a pet snake because my mom hated snakes. But I would never do that. Yeah, but I don't know. I'd like pets in the future, but right now is not the time. Question number 7. What was your dream job as a child or when you were younger? I would say my dream job was always to be a teacher. That's kind of always what I wanted to be. There was also a time where I wanted to be a lab technician, just because, like, I do find a fascination with science. Like, math and science have always kind of been, like, what I've been interested in until as of late where I discovered that writing is my passion. But yeah, I always wanted to be a teacher. I always wanted to do something with either science or math and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to be. Question number 8. If you could live anywhere else in the world, where would you be? Honestly, I'm really content to where I'm living right now. I would obviously change, like, I love this house, but I would probably get a house that's only like a 2-bedroom house. Or I guess I would keep a 3-bedroom house, but have it better insulated. But yeah, I would probably keep this kind of house, just because I like this house. And I like where I live. I would just like to take more vacations. But then again, with my conversion disorder and my multiple personalities, it's hard with me in crowds. But maybe like get a villa in like different countries and just relax there. Just have a break. But yeah, and if I had to pick any places that I would do for that I'd probably say Germany. Yeah, I've always really liked Germany. Mostly because that's where a lot of my heritage comes from, and I would just like to see what it was like. My dad also served in the military and was in Germany for a while. My last name is actually directed from the German, like a German name, so it was always just something I would think about. Do you speak any foreign languages? No. Would I love to? Possibly. I just can't find time to do it. But if I had to choose one, again, I'd probably say German or Dutch. Those are my two heritages. I would also like to learn sign language just in case, like, say, like, I do want to have a family in the future. I've decided that. And, if I, like, I want to adopt kids and say one of them was, deaf, I would love to be able to still communicate with them. Or at least have the opportunity to have them in my family kind of thing. Question number 10. What music would we find in your collections? In your collection? Either Disney music or there would be a lot of Catholic music, or like instrumental Catholic hymns. There's a guy I watch on YouTube, or I at least listen to. I think it was Josh Snodgrass, I think is his name. I can't honestly remember. I'm pretty sure his name's Josh, though. But I listen to him every night I do my prayers. Like, I'll just turn them on. I'll turn them on and just listen to the hymns that he plays. They're mostly instrumental. And sometimes I'll, like, catch myself whenever I'm, like... So I pray my rosary. Then I have a journal that I write in and say, like, thank you, God, praise God, stuff like that. And I will sometimes find myself just singing along with the song or, like, humming the song with it. But yeah, that's kind of all that's going on. Okay. I just remembered this. Back to the what are you passionate about? I am passionate about 3D puzzles. So I have a few. Let's see, where's one? There is this little hedgehog and this little carriage, and there's a squirrel and a thinker right there that my nephew reorganized. But I have always loved these 3D puzzles. I used to only like the 3D crystal puzzles that B Puzzle does. But I really am starting to think like I've been seeing like these flower like Lego sets, I think they were. And I'm just like, oh, that would be perfect, you know? That would make sense for me because like I do love flowers. It's just I'm not going to get real flowers. Yeah. So I would probably say that's one thing that I'm very passionate about, but those things cost like $20 a pop. And I'm like, ugh, probably can't spend the money on that. But yeah, those are kind of the questions about me. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me talk about myself. I hope you guys got to learn a little bit about me. And yeah, I hope you guys had a fun time. And keep remembering to make fantasies come true, one story at a time. And I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye!